We're all here to learn, right? That's typically how learning works, isn't it? So if you're like me, when you first saw this, I was really scared for our country. We were going into the elections. I was, oh my goodness, these people are voting. But I started thinking, so I approached things as a scientist. And that's how I approach my psychiatric practice. That's how I approach patients. Like, why do we have emotions? Why do we do whatever? And so looking at it this way, why did this stuff stick and the other stuff didn't? You know, they didn't have to sit with like an Excel spreadsheet of what show, whatever reality celebrity star was on, or there wasn't a long list of Brad Pitt's wives or whoever else's wives. They just didn't have to memorize it. So I came up with this idea that there was emotional valence to it. There was some relevance to what they were studying. It was relevant to their lives, to their worlds. It stuck emotionally in the way the other material didn't, right? And actually there is plenty of research to show that when we're emotionally engaged, our brains become even more neuroplastic. So they're actually forming and they're changing and they're developing. So now go back a few minutes, and I'm gonna pose to you, why did I have you go through what I had you go through? Move and introduce yourselves and kind of get charged up.
Emotional connection to people in the room.
There you go. Right. I wanted to get your emotions engaged. I wanted to get you physically active and also emotionally engaged so you can learn. Thank you. And I did not pre-stage that or set that up, but it's perfect.
But the check is in the mail, right?
It is. So that's it. When people are emotionally engaged, they learn better. So if you're trying to teach someone, getting them emotionally engaged in the material, feeling that relevance for what you're teaching is super, super important. So let's go back and look at why we learn. So this is our brain. It's 3 pounds. And those 3 pounds are basically, by some calculations, a 20-watt processor. But it eats up 20 to 25% of your caloric intake. And being a doctor, I can safely kind of estimate that just about every one of you is over 12 pounds. So that's a disproportionate amount of calories that brain is consuming. So it must be doing something important, otherwise it would have been lost in the evolutionary process, right? So if you believe this guy, like I do, he's a neuroscientist and a professor of engineering at Oxford. And Daniel Wolpert, he says you have a brain because you move. So these rocks don't move. They don't have a brain. Living things that don't move don't have a brain. This rock moves, has a brain.